I'm going to break protocol here and very quickly before it flies away, I'm going to respond to this one. Good morning, everyone. Betsy Ann, you instigated today's presentation, and I tell you, it's going to be so much fun. It's not even funny. Today, of course, we're talking about my music plagiarism presentation. Music that sounds familiar, and we didn't realize that it came from the classics. Today, we're going to fart around with Billy Joel, with Celine Dion, with Succession, with Eric Carmen, with Barry Manilow, with a bunch of girl and boy bands, with Frank Sinatra. All these people sang beautiful songs, but they were inspired by classical music. And today, we are going to be talking about this at 5 o'clock. But first, welcome everyone to Coffee and Headlines. Here we are, another Thursday. Today is Thursday, June 8th, and it's a pleasure to get together with you as we try to connect with each other and our destination as a community of English-speaking locals living here in Puerto Vallarta. As usual, we welcome everyone, and we welcome those of you that are watching live for the first time. If that would be you, just write the word new in your comment, and we'll be so very happy to give you a nice little welcome. If there is something really important that you wish to share with everyone, please add a capital letter Q, and we'll be happy to look for your very important comment in the comment section later on today. Today, we have good news about Puerto Vallarta, more insight into the upcoming presidential elections here in Mexico, and a couple of interesting and fun events that you may not want to miss coming up in the next couple of days. So we might as well get started. Oh no, I didn't mean to bring up that screen, although we haven't used this screen in a long time, but not today. Let us go to the usual one. And we start with good news. It's about time that Los Muertos Pier is finally getting some TLC. The Secretary of Infrastructure and Public Works has finally announced a 10 million peso investment to improve the current condition of Los Muertos Pier after several years of neglect and decay. Considering that it is supposed to be, or it is one of Puerto Vallarta's most important icons, it's about time. Areas that will be worked on include fixing the broken handrails, the electrical system that provides sliding to the structure, corrosion removal, and a new passenger platform to be able to board small vessels. Work is expected to take 3 months to conclude, and of course, the money for this has been obtained from the 3% tax that is charged to people that stay at local hotels. And this sounds like a really good thing. Now, back to Mexico politics. Another person expected to submit her resignation letter any day now is Mexico City Chief of Government Claudia Sheinbaum, who has also expressed interest in running for president of Mexico in 2024. And she is quite popular, even more so than Foreign Affairs Chancellor Marcelo Ebrard, who announced his resignation a couple of days ago. At present time, Claudia Sheinbaum is affiliated with the Morena party, but apparently she's waiting to learn the method that the party will use to determine their final candidate, which may be revealed on Monday. At the same time, she has been in conversations with the Green Party or Partido Verde, so she may end up switching sides if the parameters laid out by the Morena Party are not to her liking. But she is an important contender to the to Mexico's presidency, and she would most definitely get my vote. Speaking of getting votes, Vallarta Independiente is wondering how is it that our own mayor, Mayor Michel's approval rating waffles overnight from a measly 10% to the top levels amongst those polled by two specific survey companies. And the news outlet is not alone. Mayor Michel is commonly regarded as one of the worst mayors our city has had by many people. And yet everything seems to boil down to who are the investors behind the companies Demoscopia Digital and Massive Color that regularly publish these approval polls online. I mean, can our mayor be a better mayor than Guadalajara Mayor Pablo Lemus or Zapopan Mayor Juan Frangi? Somehow, I don't think so. But as we know from politics happening elsewhere, perception is one thing, reality is another. And speaking of perception, let us just go out and perceive our weather at this time and find out what's going on or what we can expect for the day. And oh, that's ouch. That's funny. Snarky Weatherman says, if only Justin Trudeau had raked Canada's forest floors. I love it. This has to do, of course, with some wildfires going on in Canada, from which the smoke has managed to travel all the way to New York City. I've seen photographs of Manhattan looking very brown in the atmosphere, but there's very little we can do about that. We can concern ourselves about our weather, which says it is 28 degrees right now. Feels like 30. Humidity is at 67%, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 82. Our weather forecast for today is as follows. Clear skies in the morning with partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 31 and a low of 23. Tomorrow, we can expect a humid day with mostly clear skies, but a few clouds may be wandering around, a high of 31 and a low of 23. And Saturday, we can expect clear skies in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon with a high of 31 and a low of 22. Now, sometime this week, we were supposed to get rain. I didn't see or feel or smell a thing. If you felt any kind of drizzle in your part of town, please feel free to give me some hope and let us know if you've experienced rain at all. And I want to also chime back at the wonderful conversation. Well, not a conversation, but I loved reading your comments about public transportation yesterday and taking the bus and our fears and our concerns about this. And I was so happy to learn something new from you guys yesterday, which has to do with this Move It app, which you can install on your cell phone or you can look at online. And I'm going to show it to you right now in case you've never seen it. There it is. So this is, here, there you go. Now I'm looking at it. So this is the Move It app. On the left, apparently you can actually type your own directions, like where you are and where you're headed. And I haven't had a chance to play with this because I haven't been out and about, but a part that really drew my attention is over here where you click on lines it shows you all the names of all the bus lines that run through Puerto Vallarta. Like, for example, here is a route that is called Versalles, and it's supposed to show it on the map. And now it's not showing it on the map. I was very curious because yesterday I was looking at another page of theirs that showed them on the map. Let me see if I can find this again. Yes, show me my location. Oh, I'm going to be so frustrated if I cannot show you. There's something that you can click on where it'll actually show you the actual route on the map, and somehow it's not happening today, but I swear it happened yesterday. Again, I haven't had a chance to play with the application, so this is going to be busted demo, I suppose. So I don't want to distract you too much with that, but play around with it. I'm going to leave you the link to Move It app on the show notes, whether you want to play around with it on your phone or you want to play around with it on your computer or tablet. And of course, we are still going to be working on putting together a more comprehensive segment or video on using the bus system here in Puerto Vallarta. Now, moving right along, it's hot out there. And our dear friend Tony Mora from La Bodega de Tony in Versalles continues with his beer tastings, his artisan beer tastings. And this time around, he's going to feature 3 beers from Club Colima tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. If you want to try these beers, if I recall correctly, he has 2 prices, one for trying the beers alone and the other one for... the other option is if you want to eat some small noches along with your tasting. And on Saturday, believe it or not, it is Worldwide Knit in Public Day. And our friend Yeya from the Yarn Shop on Vienna Street in Versalles is announcing an event that will take place at City Hall early in the morning at 8 a.m. And aside from that, our cluster friend Dale, who is part of the PV Yarn Benders group, is organizing a photo op of local crochet hookers and yarn knitters at the Swing Horses at Los Arcos on the Malecon at 12:30 p.m. So if you're out and about on Saturday, bring your yarn and bring your needles and hook for some outdoor crafting. And of course, I don't want to tell you again because I already did tell you about my upcoming presentation this afternoon, but I do have a great announcement to make. And this has to do with Lila Downs, who is one of the 50 most influential women in Mexico, a 6-time Grammy Award winner, and an extremely popular singer throughout Latin America. She has also performed at the White House under the Obama administration. And if you know her music, and if you don't, you might consider learning more about her music and would like to know more about her, I found this amazing podcast where she gets interviewed in English. It's over 30 minutes long, and she talks about her origins in music, how her mother ran away from home when they were trying to marry her or something to that effect. And I only listened to like the first 5 minutes, but I found the interview to be very insightful and fascinating. Lila Downs, you gotta love her. She is an extraordinary performer, and if you're not familiar with her, just write Lila Downs, and maybe we should do a music appreciation presentation just on her. And there you have it. This is Coffee and Headlines for today. Let us switch over to your comments just to see what everybody is up to. And I see good mornings as usual, and the traditional good afternoon from David, who is in the Boston area where it's already afternoon. Early on today, Sherry said she was ready to go. What she didn't, did you tell us where you're ready to go, Sherry? Sherry typed, where is it? I'm ready to go. Hi, everybody. and I asked her, "Where are you going?" Or as my former Jewish mother-in-law might have said, "Where are you going?" with a K at the end. Let's see what we have. Do. Jefe Costa says, "Good morning, sir." And I say, "Good morning, sir," to you. Let's see what else. Here's a cue. "Good morning," says Spencer. "Any feedback from anyone regarding the Calle Milan area in the Versailles community? I saw an ad for rental at 180 Milan." Oh my goodness, Milan is a beautiful street. We've walked it a couple of times before. It's not far from my home. And if you're looking for a rental on Calle Milan, I think that's awesome. Check it out. If anybody else has a comment about Calle Milan, feel free to contribute. I see another cue here. "So sad to hear that the secret wine bar is closing. I enjoyed that business. It will be missed if the story is correct." The story is correct, Ronald. As I understand it, this week is the last week to attend the secret wine bar and enjoy their wonderful atmosphere. So give it a go if you are in town. Claude says that the lights may work again on the pier, and he says woot woot, and I give you Claude's very own woot woot.
Woot woot! Almost done.
Let's see. Our friend Catherine is traveling through León and San Miguel de Allende. Good for you. Enjoy the trip. Take lots of photographs and bring back wonderful stories. Let's see what else we have. Michael reports a drizzle at the hotel zone, which is not far from me, but I didn't feel a thing. Claude, who lives by the Rio Cuales, says, "We had a sprinkle again last night. Lasted under 8 minutes. How fortunate you are." Pamela reports, "Katrina Cantina is having the best event every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Karaoke World Contest. The contestants last year from Puerto Vallarta, representing Mexico, won third in the world in finals in Norway. Get out. This is truly a global event, and the talent is absolutely amazing. The finals this year will be in Panama." Well, if karaoke is your thing, you know where to go. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Hopefully the nice folks at Katrina Cantina will publish a Facebook event that we can reference. Albert comments that if you type in a destination, it will show you the route. Fantastic. This has to do with the Move It app. Again, I am a newbie, but I will be very happy to try it out when I go out later on today and tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. Here's some more commentary from Dale. Thank you very much. "Yarn Benders will be at the Wooden Horses at 12:30 for photo op. We are at the Gringo Gulch Bridge at the Isla Rio Cuale from 10 to 12 on Saturday to knit and crochet in public. Then we walk over to the Arches for photo op." There you go. 10 to 12 on Saturday is a little early for me. Of course, we are broadcasting, but I will try my darndest to make it to the horses. Secretly, I've always wanted to ride one, and I never have. Let's see. Oh, Sherry announces plans for Guadalajara again this December. I know that, Sherry, that was your first trip, right? Your first trip to Guadalajara. I'm a big fan, as you all know. So if I can hold anybody's hand as you're trying to create better connections with our capital city, talk to me. Let's see what else we have. I see no more cues, so I think we are pretty much at the end of today's broadcast. So it is time for me to say thank you, as always, and to get back to finishing touches on my presentation for this afternoon. It is a pleasure, as always, to get together with you, and it is a pleasure to learn from you. and to also learn that you learn from one another. It is amazing. So go ahead, have a great Thursday. Hopefully, I'll see some of you this afternoon at the music appreciation presentation, and hopefully, I'll see many of you again tomorrow morning. Have a great day.